Sup everyone. You guys probably wondering, where did I go? I went off to some far off land called I have no ideas for YouTube. I had no creative ideas for YouTube, but I am here, I am back, and I'm gonna come back with VR. You know, I'm gonna do VR, Minecraft. I'm hoping to do more gaming stuff, right? And I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, literally a year, but sorry about that. But that's in the past. Let's do it now. Alright, so as you can see, I'm playing a game called Gorilla Tag, and I want to talk about this game. And so we're going to be talking about something that I don't think that you guys know in the Gorilla Tag community, or think that it's real, but Gorilla Tag lore. Yes, Gorilla Tag lore. You're probably like, if you're in the Gorilla Tag, if you play Gorilla Tag more, you're probably like, wait, what you talking about? There's no lore in Gorilla Tag. Oh, yes, there is. I think there is, and I'm gonna talk to you about that. So, how and why? Let's start with the how, or either one. So basically, many years ago, probably like a million-ish. Alright, so humans were big brain, big Elon Musk, super Wi-Fi robot, big brain. And they were freaking big brain. So they were testing, I feel. I have a feeling that they were testing on stuff. I'm not sure what. I feel like maybe weapons, because maybe they're in a war, or all this and all that, right? But, so I'm not really sure, right? But I feel like they were testing, and I feel like they were also testing on animals, specifically monkeys, as well. And I'll get back to that later. So, humans were testing on random stuff, and then one thing led to another. All humans go extinct. I'm not sure how. I feel radiation-ish, maybe something like that. Something maybe like that, alright? But, could have been something different, right? So, couple years later, all the humans are gone, majority of places are non-existent, and since they're testing on monkeys, they're actually testing, I feel like they were testing on monkeys to make them big brain as well. And I'm not sure why, and just, these are just ideas that I'm just coming up with, right? Like, I came up with these not too long ago, and I thought I'd make a video, right? Because I have creative ideas now. Yeah! Alright, so basically, in Gorilla Tag, you start out in this room, the tutorial room, right? And so, when you start in there, it tells you how, like, to run up a wall and walk, right? And so, what I feel is that was where they kept the monkeys. They kept the monkeys in there so they could, that was where they tested on them, right? That's where they tested the monkeys, and they did all this stuff, and so they wake up, and it's like a room full of rocks, which I feel like maybe was like the testing zone, right? So they walk out, and then you jump down, and then you enter a game, and then you just play. And I feel like that's how they taught the monkeys. They taught them by just playing games and teaching them kind of stuff on the way. So teaching them, maybe they were actually teaching them agility, right? But maybe they taught them to be smart enough to, like, talk, and, you know, maybe. And so I feel like also with the radiation, or however the humans went extinct, we lost our legs, right? Because I don't have legs, but the humans did, and monkeys also do in real life, alright? But it's kind of weird how that kind of happened. But then you start playing the game, right? And so I'm going to talk about early Gorilla Tag, not early robot, however the first beta testing was, right? I'm talking about early Gorilla Tag, hat room, no other places, right? So there was one room, and that was the forest room, and the little thing inside the treehouse where you could pick to go to a different room, and then you could also, and then here, I'll walk over there actually right now. Sorry, I'll take a minute. And so as you see, so that room, and that room, pretend they never existed, and there was just this room, except it was all green leaves, not cherry blossoms. Alright, so you're chilling in this world, you jump down from there, you land wherever you land, you just start playing a game, right? You just play and it's really fun. And then, you can go to this computer, and I don't think anything else in here really means anything, but, I don't know. And so then you can change your name tag. And originally, so when you hop in, your name is Gorilla1507, random number, right? And so I think that when you jump down, you were a test subject. That's why your name's like that. But then you can change it because you're getting smart and you're learning more about this game, right? And so, and I think that might be why. And so then that happens, right? And then, you know, the monkeys, they're playing, they're having so much fun, right? And then I feel, man, they got bored. They got so bored. So what they decided to do, also there's a radio in there, so that's the music, but they decided to get in this game, and so they were bored of this, right? So I think what they did is they went on the ground, and they found, maybe they went over here, and like, we're picking up this rock, and then they took the rock, and they went up into here, and all the monkeys were like, what the heck are you doing? And they just started banging a wall, and all of a sudden they see a new color, oranges, right? And they're like, oh man. So they start digging, and they just keep digging and digging, and all of a sudden they find this like weird kind of thing here, and then they enter the canyons, and so people are like, whoa, the monkeys are like, whoa, this is so cool, man, like, this is a whole new place, and they're like, yeah, and then they start playing here as well, and then I'm not gonna go down into the mines, but then, just because, but then they also got bored again, so they started digging down to the tree, and I'll just show you a little bit because I don't want to go down there. And see, they started digging, and then they got into rocks, and then so hold on, and so they're having so much fun there, so much fun. But then again, they got bored again because monkeys are always so playful, and so they're like, you know what? Let's try and get out of here. Like, I'm so bored of this. And so there, before there was a little hat room. So instead of this, there was like a little room that would go up and go there, up into this tree, right? And so we would walk, right? So then I think what they decided to do was kind of board that up, and then they just started digging again with the rock, right? Same rock, maybe, right? And so they started digging and digging and digging and digging and digging, and then they ended up in a city, right? And so what they did is, before you could buy other hats, and there was only a couple, right? So there wasn't a lot of hats, right? When you went up into there, it doesn't exist anymore, so I can't go up there. But they would get hats, right? But not everyone was able to get hats. So then when they got over here, they were able to get hats and buy all this really cool stuff, right? And so then they found more hats. What I think is they found more hats, and then they put them here, and then they put like maybe they already seen stuff, but then they decided to make their own currency. Right here, shiny rocks. So this tells you how much you have, and then each day you get 100 shiny rocks, and so you get shiny rocks every day, and then they could buy stuff. So it's pretty cool, right? And so and also, you guys are also probably like, well, how did all this stuff get here? And over here, how did all these lights get here? And the hair get here? And the computer and all this? Well, I think, remember how I said the monkeys were getting tested on? And the humans were trying to make them really smart? Right? They made them smart enough so they knew, like, basic human stuff, right? Maybe humans already knew that like an apocalypse was coming or something that was going to end humans, so they tried to make monkeys smart so that they could restart this world, right? And so they did. They made all this stuff, right? And so now it's just a whole new world, right? And so they're having fun, right? And they're having so much fun. They get to buy, and they get to talk, and they get to do stuff. And also one more thing about the so you can see there's wires, right? There's wires attaching to there, and there's also little lights. I think that was the monkeys attaching like doing electricity, because they're smart enough to do electricity and all this other stuff, right? And so, right? They're awesome. Let's go, right? And so I think they got bored again. So they found a new place. So I think a bunch of monkeys came over here and lifted another house like this up, and they lifted it up and put it over here. And then they started digging, right? So they dug and they dug and they dug, and then they found this. A colorful, beautiful Blue Ice World, and they're like, whoa, bro. And so I feel also at the time they had another computer, so they put that here. They had a stump maybe or whatever. I don't even know what that is actually. To change game modes. Alright, so like also the monkeys, they wanted to play different games, so you could either just hang out or you could be a bunch of monkeys. It's basically tag, right? This is Infection is like Gorilla Tag, right? The name of the game. And then Hunt is this other one where it's kind of the same thing except one monkey has to, it's like you'll get like a watch and then you have to catch this other monkey that like it'll show you. You tag them and then they turn into water monkeys inside. Anyways, and so there hasn't been much updates since. Nothing really to add to the lore wise. And I think right now that's where we're sitting at for Gorilla Tag lore, at least what I think might be it. And I think that's it. I don't think there's that much more. I can make a part 2 if you guys want. So, if you want to, go down into the comments and say part 2 now, or else I'm gonna throw rocks at your window, and you owe me $500. Anyways, so I think that's it. I might have missed a couple of things, and again, I can do a part 2. But if you guys enjoyed, and also I have one more side little theory. So instead of, here, this is actually really quick. I shouldn't have said the end of the video, but I have one little side theory. The monkeys, the humans, still exist. Now listen to this. So maybe they dug the holes. Maybe they dug the holes, and while all the monkeys weren't paying attention, they dug it, and the monkeys were like, "Whoa, let's go!" And they went into all these other worlds, like the city, right? And so, if you go over here, now this kind of scares me sometimes, but the reason I didn't go into the caves because I was scared. But look at that. 1, 2, 3 monkey heads. Why do you think those are up there? I think it's because it's humans monitoring the monkeys, right? And so also here, that's the same shape. It could have just been a reusation of the same head, but I think that's what it was, right? Just reusing. But I think they're cameras watching the monkeys. Maybe the monkeys, maybe they're not that smart, so they think, oh, it's just other monkeys, and they're just playing on the building. And they're like, oh, they're probably like, I want to get on the building. So maybe the next update, we actually get out to the buildings, right? And we do all that stuff. But that's basically it. I hope you guys really enjoyed. There's not much else I want to say. I just want to say thank you for watching my video, and I hope you guys have an amazing day and an amazing week and month and year and life, right? Alright. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!